Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gina and let's talk about plants. So today's video is a very exciting video because today's video is all about my brand new IKEA Milsbo wide cabinet. And I am so happy to have this cabinet. I'm going to show it to you. We're going to get up close and personal in there. I'm going to show you how things have changed on the pink trellis behind me here. My old cabinet was like a white locker, much lower cabinet. So I had so much more space, so much more trellis space with that one. I have lost a lot of space, but it really hasn't made a difference for me. My plants, actually, I think my plants look even better because it fills in that trellis so much now and it looks amazing. So the cabinet is super awesome. The trellis is super awesome. And we're going to take a little tour. I'm going to show you how I put this together, what components I used in this cabinet, and yeah, we'll look at the plants in there, and I guess that's it. All right, so the room that this new cabinet sits in is my office. This is my office space. It's not a big space, so it might be a little bit difficult getting that camera, getting the right angles and everything, but we're gonna try our best. So here is, let me just show you. Here's the cabinet. Here is where it sits. My desk is right there. So I sit at my desk and I enjoy looking over at the cabinet from my desk. And here is our pink trellis. I did have to rearrange that trellis, I moved plants out, put new plants in there, and I think it turned out really nicely. But I think first we're gonna look in the cabinet first, and then we'll look up here. So let's step inside here. Not literally. Okay, so let's open it up, look inside. Like I said, I don't have like a lot of space in this room. It's kind of cramped in here, so we're gonna do what we can do with what we have. So, all right, so this is the Milsbo wide cabinet, and I think, well, as you can see, I put the grids in this one like I did in my Milsbo tall because I really like those grids. I like that I can hang things from those grids. Okay, so I moved you guys out a little bit further and I turned the fan off because the fan is just so loud, and I can't hear myself talk over the fan. When the doors are closed, it's fine, but it makes such a huge difference. When you open these doors, you hear how loud that fan is. So, okay, so as I was saying, I did put the grids up because I really like that grid system, and I did have some baskets, or I think I had a shelf left over from when I redid my Milsbo tall. So I did that, but then I did order 2 new baskets. I ordered this basket here off of Amazon, and I got this basket here. So this basket here, it came as a set. I like this one. Not so crazy about this one. I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of slopes down a little bit. So I'm not super crazy about that, but it still works. I stuck my fan in there, and this is the exact same fan I have in my Milsbo tall. And all this stuff, all these things I used, I'll go ahead and link it in the description in case you're interested in doing this with your cabinet. Yeah, they'll be in there. All right, so lighting. I'll have to bring you in closer to see the lighting. Here, let me bring you in closer to see the lighting. Okay, so this is LED lighting, and it came with 2 lights, and I got two sets of two. So there's 4 different LED light fixtures in this cabinet, and the 2 link together. They link together, which is convenient. So then we just have 1, 2. Each set has a switch, and they come with timers, and it's really pretty awesome. I like it. The lighting is a little bit, now if you can see, I don't know if it shows up, but here there's like there's a red bulb here, a red bulb here, red, 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 and then the rest are white. So it doesn't have like a, I don't know, to me it has more of a bluish look. Actually, it's a daylight look. It has a daylight look to it, the lighting, and it's nice. It's not, I mean, sometimes I kind of like the yellowish tone better, but this one's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, and I think the plants will do really well with it. And then, so these fixtures, they do come with options for hanging. So they come with stickers. You can put stickers on them, which would work fine because they're very lightweight. I don't think they would have issues staying up, but I'm not positive. It does come with like hardware, I believe. It came with like screws. You could screw it into something. And it also came with the zip ties. So I decided to go the zip tie route, and I went with suction cups. We're going to see, like I said, these are not heavy. They're really lightweight, so those suction cups should be fine. And if that doesn't work out, I'm going to switch to magnetic, because magnets will stick to this metal. This is a metal cabinet. They will stick to it. And I actually did use magnets back here. These are magnet hooks to hang my the grid, to hang this grid. And that works out really well. So I have like 3 magnets holding this one up, 3 holding this one up. And what else? I think that's it with the lighting. The baskets have hooks on the back. They just hang right on the grid. And then these plants here, I have them attached to the grid with little, I don't know what you call those, little like, they're actually for hanging clothes on a hanger, like, I don't know the name, I don't know what you call them. Anyway, they're just like little clips stuck to the grid, and then they're attached to the cups of these plants. All right, so I did drill into this cabinet because you have all of this electronics in here, and it's all enclosed, so you have to be able to get that. You have to be able to get to an outlet. So I did back here, I did drill out, or I didn't do it, but we drilled out a hole back here, and yeah, it's so clean looking. It just looks so nice. And all the wires go through that hole, and then they go down, and then I have an outlet right over here, which it's a mess. It's messy. You know how outlets are. They're just messy and very unattractive. Not very nice looking, and then there's also a power strip down there. And I think I had that one right there. I think that is it as far as like the setup of this. It's like very, very uncomplicated. I did weatherproof. There is weatherproofing stuff. See that? Just the weatherproofing to try and keep that humidity in here, because I do have humidity loving plants in here. And I have been able, the high humidity I've had so far is 86%. And the high temperature I've had in here is 79 degrees Fahrenheit. So 86% is very good. I think during the day it gets the highest when the fans are off, the lights are out. That was when it got to the highest at 86%. When the lights come back on, the fan is going, it kind of sits around 65 to 70%. So hopefully that will be okay for a few of these plants in here. Some of these don't really need humidity, but some of them really do need that humidity. So, all right, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at the plants I put in this cabinet. So my original thought was to keep Anthurium and Alocasias in this cabinet. And that's what a majority of the plants that are in here is, the Alocasias on this side. And then hiding behind me here is a bunch of Anthuriums. But then I have, I have this grid, and I thought, well, it might be fun. So a lot of these plants in here came from my grow tent because they needed the higher humidity. Actually, they don't need, a lot of them don't need that high humidity, but they were starter plants. So I had them in my grow tent to really kickstart their growth, and they have done great. A lot of the philodendrons back here, they're the starter plants, and they have grown quite a bit for me. They're still, they're still baby plants, but so yeah. And then really the only plant in here that truly needs the high humidity would be this one right here. And this is the Hoya patella pink. This one needs high humidity. I had this one, and it'll survive in normal room humidity, which I had it in my office here sitting on my Vitjo shelf for a really long time, and but it didn't do anything. It didn't grow for me. It was just pretty stagnant. But then once I put it into my grow tent, I got tons of new leaves, and it even almost flowered for me, which was pretty exciting. I think maybe, I don't know if you can see it, but I think right here is, maybe not there. I'm trying to see where the peduncle was on this one. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it almost flowered for me, and I was really excited about that because the patella pink, the flowers are like, you get like a single flower, but they're like huge, and they're just really cool looking. So it was in my grow tent, but I didn't like it being in my grow tent. I want to be able to see it, really see it, because it kind of just gets lost in my grow tent. And I thought, well, this will be perfect. I'll look at it every day as I'm sitting at my desk. And yeah, so that is why it is up here in the cabinet, and it will stay in the cabinet. Okay, so there are other Hoyas in this cabinet. I really wasn't planning to make this a Hoya cabinet, but like I said, because I have this grid, I just thought, it looked a little empty, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna put a couple of Hoya polyneras in here. I have my variegated Hoya polynera, and then my silver Hoya polynera, and yeah, I think they fill in this space right here nicely. So then, like I said, I have philodendrons in here. So I do have, I'll just pull it out of here. Some of these I can pull out. Some of them are kind of hooked up to the grid. But this is the El Choco Red, Philodendron El Choco Red. It's the newest leaf on this one. And like I said, it's just a baby plant. Such a baby plant. But, it's cute. And for these guys, for this one, for the Hoyas, it's temporary. This is a temporary place for these plants because obviously eventually they're going to outgrow this. Yeah, so on this one, now this one is hooked to the grid, so I can't bring it out. But this is the Philodendron verrucosum, and it's very pretty. This is its newest leaf. Gorgeous, love it. And then back here, I have a fuzzy petiole, Philodendron fuzzy petiole. Cute. again, temporary, because let's face it, these are going to get huge, hopefully. And then finally, this is the Philodendron glorious. Just a bunch of babies. So yeah, and then everything else is Alocasias and Anthuriums. All right, so some of these, I'll show you all of these. So this is the Alocasia Silver Dragon, which I absolutely love. So beautiful. Even the back of the leaves are just gorgeous. And then behind that one is just the standard Alocasia dragon scale. I just love them. You know, they're not expensive plants. They look like they should be expensive, but they're not. And I love the way these two look side by side, like next to each other. This is my favorite. These two, the way they look together, it's just my favorite thing. I just love it. Especially the silver dragon. It's a gorgeous plant. You would think this would be my favorite right here. This is the Alocasia Frydek, the variegated Alocasia Frydek. And it is, I do love it. But I don't know, I like the way this looks better. I'm a weirdo, I guess. I don't know, but I mean, this is gorgeous. I'm so thrilled to have this. So this one gets a pedestal, which is just a planter. This was one of those bower planters I picked up at a garage sale. I just flipped it over and I'm using it as a pedestal. For now, it works great. And then the gorgeous Alocasia cuprea. Such a beautiful plant also. So those are the Alocasias I have in here. Now, I do have a bunch of Anthurium in here, and I'm going to have to switch sides so you can see them because I am totally blocking them here. But yeah, we'll take a look at those. Okay, so here is where all the Anthuriums are. I say all the Anthuriums, there's only 4 in there. I think I only have 5 total, and no, I have 6, because there is one, yeah, there's another one also. But yeah, only 4 in here. And so I have the silver blush back here, which is doing great, really pretty. And okay, so I am not very good at Anthuriums, I would say. I have not mastered Anthuriums. My Anthuriums look not great. So I'm hoping this cabinet situation for them will make a difference, but we'll see. Time will tell. But I don't know. I had Anthuriums in the past, and I did not keep them. I never kept them in a high humidity environment, so they never look great. So yeah, I'm hoping this will make a huge difference for how my Anthuriums are looking. But yeah, we'll see. All right, so this less than beautiful Anthurium here is the Forgetii, I think. Is it Forgetii? It starts with an F. I don't know. I should have looked this stuff up before I did this video. But yeah, anyway, just less than beautiful. Obviously not pretty. Every single leaf, none of the leaves on this are perfect. Probably the best looking leaf would be this one here, which is the newest leaf, but still not good. So hopefully this will do much better in here. This one is the, oops, we're hooked up. What's going on? This one is the Clarinervium. This one doesn't look terrible. It's got some bug damage to it, but at least there's no brown. It's not brown. So that's probably my best looking one. Actually, my silver blush is probably my best looking one. And then this one is, what is this? Crystallinum, Anthurium crystallinum. Yeah, not good. Maybe a new leaf will be popping out here. I don't know. I am not an Anthurium expert. I do not have confidence with Anthurium, but I love the way they look, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best with them, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so there is one final plant in here, and that is, there is one Syngonium in this cabinet. It's heavy. One Syngonium, and this is Syngonium Strawberry Ice. And the reason I have it in here, look at this leaf. This one didn't open well for some reason. The reason I have it in this cabinet is because, well, it was growing in my grow tent. And before that, it was growing just in normal room humidity. And it was pretty much all the leaves when it was in normal room humidity look like this, which it just kind of looks like a Maria, Syngonium Maria. It just looks plain. But when I put it into the grow tent, it just like, it put out some really amazing leaves, like just with a ton of them that look like this, but even with more variegation like that, they were just gorgeous. Like, you know, like this one, which is not opened up, so you can't really see, but look at all that pink. So I had, and I don't know what happened to those leaves. Maybe they died off. I don't know. Maybe they faded. I don't know. But there were some really amazing leaves. So I decided that in order to get these gorgeous leaves, this has to be in high humidity. I think that is definitely the key. So again, it was in my grow tent. I wanted to see it. I don't see it that much in my grow tent. So I brought it up here to live in this cabinet. And hopefully it just does really well in here. All right, so that is everything in my new cabinet. And I'm not sure about the future of this cabinet. Like I said, quite a few of these things, like the philodendrons, are going to outgrow this cabinet. I'm assuming fairly fast. They're going to outgrow it. Maybe even like the polyneras, the Hoya polyneras, are going to be outgrowing this cabinet eventually, and I will have to find a new place for them. I would love to have my polyneras hanging and hanging baskets. I think that would be really pretty. So that's their future. Patella pink will stay. I think patella pink will always be in here. And probably the Alocasias and the Anthuriums will all be staying in here. And then also the Syngonium Strawberry Ice will always stay in here. So eventually I may end up removing one of these grids because I may not need it. And then if I do remove it, I'll probably pick up one of those like custom corner shelves, maybe. I don't know. No, I can't do that because I have all these plants down here are going to get bigger. And I'm going to need space for them to get taller. So yeah, there goes that idea. Yeah, I would. And then also there is one Syngonium I want to add to my collection that will go in here when I get it someday. I don't know when I'll get it, but it's the Syngonium, it's a scrambled egg or something like that. Scrambled egg, I think, which is I think it's the Wyetii. It looks like the Wyetii. Is it Wyetii? I think it's called Wyetii. Sorry. I was looking, I have a picture on the wall here that lists all kinds of different Syngoniums, and I was looking to see if it says Wyetii. I think that's the name of it. I don't know. I get names confused, but I'm not great at plant names. But anyway, so I think the scrambled egg looks like it's the Wyetii, but it's variegated, like a variegated Wyetii. So So yeah, I would like to get one of those one day, and it will go in here. You know, eventually maybe some of these Anthuriums will be removed. I don't know, maybe they're gonna die on me someday and I won't even have to worry about them having space for other things in the cabinet. Yeah, but let's think positively, right? So yeah. All right, so as much as I love the inside of the cabinet, I am enjoying the top of the cabinet just as much as what's going on inside the cabinet. So on top of the cabinet, I am keeping a lot of my Syngonium. Not all of my Syngonium, but a lot of them. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these Syngonium because I am going to be doing a tour of this office very soon. But yeah, I just wanted you to see what it's looking like. The plants are, you know, they're way up there now. Way up there. And the frosted heart Syngonium, which is, I think, my favorite Syngonium on the trellis here. It's up higher. It's really close to the light. I'm hoping it's going to be okay with being that close to the light. Maybe it will get really frosty looking from all that bright light. But yeah, so that's the new setup. The pink trellis now has a IKEA Milsbo wide cabinet in front of it. I'm pretty happy with it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my new setup. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. I do make new videos every week, twice a week. And I'd love to have you here as part of the community. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you are having a lovely week, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.